Zona. And logo.
Check 53. Here we go, D. All day defense.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Got it.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Hill. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Powell. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got... a yard up to the 40.
That's all you got, oh?
Down. 50. Plant.
54. Mike, 54. I can't believe they let you play.
Throwing on 3rd down. Hill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown! Philadelphia. Wow, sensational 95. Punt return.
Ready? 70. Indy.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Lee Griffin.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Hill. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot. You have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front seven can get him down.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but his... there.
Break.
Everyone got four down.
5.
They'll start on the ground with Cannon. He'll have a first down past the 40. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
From the gun, a run with Cannon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Let's go, defense.
To throw on third down, Hill, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-six TD. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Set up. 18 Gator.
Push him back. Push him back.
Get it. Come.
Now Hill, fresh off the pick-six. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And now it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Ready.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Fielded just inside the 20. On the punt return, and the Eagles able to push further out in front.
And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
It's on field. It's on field.
Shoot.
On first down, Hill. Caught here by Griffin. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Come on,
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Steve Griffin.
And that's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Dancing to his left. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
Down. 15 1. 15 1.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Play fake. Hill. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now Hill looking to throw on first. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Hill gets it to his running back, Cannon. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken around the 12. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all.
Set. 60 or. Get it.
On first down, it's Hill. Quick. Kidder here, it's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Hill looks to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Griffin. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
He takes it all the way back. No time, no flags.
Set. And two stop.
They'll run on first down with Cannon. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Hill, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. It's a punt return score of 70 yards.
On the ready.
On 1st and 10, Hill. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. On 3rd down, Hill looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cannon. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And it's taken in at the 9. And he's loose again. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Officially 91 yards on the punt.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. 61 matchbox lights.
Hill on 1st down. Herndon's got it complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hill, no. To escape, and he goes down. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Hill now to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Derek Barnett picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
For 6.
Ready. General West. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Cannon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Hill. Being chased out left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Nick Perry able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Jets on third down. They've been stymied left and right. Converted only one time. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. Hill. Throw left side complete. That's Cannon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play.
Selfish player, and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line.
It's coming this way,
Deep grip.
On first down, Hill throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a...
Hill's hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. He won't go down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Got it.
53, check 53. Tighten up. Pull together.
5.
On first and 10, Hill. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Hill on the screen. This is Cannon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now it's Hill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And we'll see what he can do on the return. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Eagles here as they take it. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about